What is up everyone, Bearkid here. I'm bringing you guys a quick Gears of War update video. Today I'm going to be talking about the recently announced Gears of War Tactics game that was shown at E3. The thing that's quite funny that I just want to point out real quick before we go on a little bit more of the discussion is that I made a video talking about this quite some time ago, about almost 4 years ago, back in September of 2014. I made a discussion video stating that Gears of War Tactics was an announced game that was later scrapped, and I kind of went about saying that the game itself looked kind of clunky, kind of bad, and a game that would honestly get boring after a while. And honestly, I kind of stand by that when it comes to the original style of Gears of War Tactics. But now when I look at the newer version that they announced at E3, I gotta say they look like they polished that game a lot, and it looks so much better than what the original gameplay showed. The only thing I'm a little confused on, and maybe one of you guys can clear this up in the comments section here, is simply that before they were stating that Gears of War Tactics was an RTS game, but I noticed that when they talk about it now, they call it a turn-based game. So personally, I don't know if that actually means anything different. Admittedly, I don't play too many RTSs or turn-based games, but that actually sounds almost like a different genre to me. And I'm thinking the game itself is actually a lot different than what they originally planned, so I'm thinking that's why it looks so much better. The one thing I really want to discuss as well is what they stated in the story about it is that it's 12 years before Gears of War 1, in other words 2 years after Emergence Day, and kind of just shows these new Gears of War characters doing something quite interesting that actually took me a moment to get, but once I realized, holy shit, if they're following the comics, this is going to be really cool. But anyways, if you notice in the announcement video, Rod Ferguson states that these Gears are looking for the Locust Monster Maker that's been taking out the cities, you know, helping to ruin a lot of cities, and they want to go after this quote-unquote Locust Monster Maker. So for those who don't know, in the Gears of War Rise of Rom comic book, there was a new character, new Locust character, one of the higher-ups in the Locust army known as Yukon. And his major role in the Locust army was that he would actually do a lot of experiments, and even experiment on people, as shown in this image right here. Feel free to pause it and actually read it if you want. But basically, he would do really crazy experiments, create monsters, and also even he was the one that thought of putting armor on corpses and things like that. So he was a major scientific mind in the Locust army. So honestly, it makes me think who else would be this Locust Monster Maker that they're talking about that's going to be the main antagonist in this Gears of War Tactics game. So I really think it is Yukon. That's the only one that makes sense, is, you know, the comics are canon to the storyline, so it makes sense that they would use a new character that they added in the universe through the comics. So personally, I think that's who it is. I feel like they're going to be going after Yukon, and maybe they're the reason why Yukon is not around later on in the Gears of War universe, because if you've seen in Gears of War 2 and 3, we never saw this character. And yeah, obviously you could just go on the simple fact that he was barely created recently in the comics, but if you want to think of a more storyline reason, we can simply make that in this game. Make it that they, at the very end of it, they kill Yukon and stop the scientists from making any more monsters, and then leaving the Locust with what they already have, and then, you know, kind of leading on to Gears 1, 2, 3, etc. But overall, guys, just wanted to make this quick video talking about Gears of War Tactics. Really cool looking turn-based game, and I actually want to play it. The only thing, last thing I want to say is that it is kind of strange on the fact that it's only going to be on PC, supposedly. That's what he stated in the E3 conference, Rod Ferguson. So I'm kind of a little curious as to why it's going to only be in on PC, but you know, who knows, they'll probably have more of a reason later on. But I actually will play it either way because I have a gaming PC, so that's not really an issue on my end. Maybe I'll make gameplays of it in the future as well. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. If you guys like this video, please definitely hit that like button, subscribe, and take it easy, guys. Thanks for watching this video. If you want to see my most recent Gears of War video, hit that link on the left. If you want to see any of my other content, hit that link on the right. Thanks for watching, guys.